In the early 1900s, nationalism was strong. Great Britain, France, Germany, and Italy wanted to be world powers. They organized big armies and formed alliances and raced to claim colonies. Historians agree the single event that ignited World War I happened when a Serbian terrorist assassinated the heir to the Austrian-Hungarian throne. 1 month later, Austria-Hungary declared war on their southern neighbor, Serbia. That caused European nations to take sides and form two groups, the Allied powers and the Central powers. Most of the military action took place in three European regions: Western Front, France and Belgium; Eastern Front, Russia; and the Southern Front in Serbia. This war was very different than previous ones. For the first time, powerful weapons like rifles, machine guns, and flamethrowers were used. And it marked the first time that airplanes were used in combat. These firsts made it among the deadliest conflicts in human history. A lot of fighting took place in trenches, deep ditches in the ground, cut out in a zigzag fashion for protection. Soldiers stayed in the trenches for days at a time. They were dirty and they often flooded. Pests like lice, rats, and frogs were prevalent. The soldiers' feet stayed moist most of the time, which caused infections. President Woodrow Wilson wanted to remain neutral, but on April 2, 1917, he asked a joint session of Congress to declare war on Germany. German U-boats were sinking passenger and merchant ships in the North Atlantic, including the Lusitania, and they were trying to get Mexico to declare war on America. 4 days later, Congress granted the request, and the United States was formally at war with Germany. With a draft and volunteers, the United States quickly built up an army. It was just in time because both sides were running out of soldiers. When the Germans realized there was no way they could win the war, they requested an armistice. In the months following, the Allied powers crafted a peace treaty. On June 28, 1919, the Allied powers and Germany signed a peace agreement called the Treaty of Versailles. The treaty forced Germany to accept responsibility for World War I, pay countries billions of dollars in damages, and give back a lot of land. Many Germans did not think the treaty was fair, as did some world leaders. So while the Treaty of Versailles ended World War I, many historians agree it's exactly what caused there to be a World War II.